is doing is he is making dormant racism blatant. And not only is he doing that, he is making it cool. He is making it acceptable. We need to shut his ass down. No Trump zone. No Trump zone. They know better. They know better. No Trump zone. Immigrants, New York, your home. We declare a no Trump zone. Immigrants, New York, your home. We declare a no Trump zone. Immigrants, New York, your home. We declare a no Trump zone.
That's Kim Ortiz from New York. Shut it down. They have been taking it to the streets time and again. We're also here with Maha Halal from National Coalition to Protect Civil Freedoms. Maha.
We're here to denounce Trump and his racist ways.
I am a proud Mexican immigrant living in New York City. And we are here standing in solidarity with our Muslim sisters and brothers, with the immigrant community, with the refugee community, to tell Trump that we're going nowhere. This is our home.
Baltimore, Maryland. I'm with the Baltimore PPA, People's Power Symbol. We came in because we heard about the rally, and we're going to shut them down. Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Just look at this lie that came out about the so-called shooters in San Bernardino. The FBI said that they never pledged allegiance to ISIS on Facebook. That was completely made up. But the effect is to promote violent racism against anybody who is Muslim or looks Muslim. And so this demonstration is meant to push back racists who are being mobilized by Trump and the corporate media.
There were Black Lives Matter protesters protesting police brutality when they were shot at by three white supremacists. 5 people were shot, and allegedly it was heard that one of those shooters shouted, "Trump 2016." This is what he's creating. This is the hate that he is creating.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I just want to preface this by saying Trump is a fascist. He's a racist. And he also is an ableist. And if you don't know what an ableist is, what ableism is, it is racism against disabled people. He's a racist because Black Lives Matter activists should be beaten up, and they deserve it. He's a racist because according to him, Mexicans are criminals and they're rapists. He's a fascist because Muslims need to have some type of ID or tag to come into this country or to live in this country. And we all know how that turned out in 1930s Germany.
A couple of months ago, Trump spoke at a rally in North Carolina where he mimicked a disabled reporter. But a couple of weeks ago, the People's Assembly marched in a Trump meeting and 10 different occasions stopped Trump from speaking. We cannot take this. We got to unite and we got to answer his racist bigotry and hate. And that's what we did in North Carolina with the People's Assembly, and that's what we're doing here today.
I do not have the responsibility as an individual to condemn the actions of a group just because I have a shared identity. This imposition is not placed upon white people. When white people commit crimes, as we all know, they are held individually responsible. But Muslims have to stand here and say, I condemn this, I condemn that, I condemn that. ISIS is like this, we're not like that. No, I'm not going to stand here and do that. I don't need to prove to you what kind of American I am. I don't need to prove to you that I am a I don't need to do that, and I won't do that.
I'm here to tell you guys about the Mexican community and what it matters in these kind of rallies and in these kind of protests. Because if we pay attention to what the fascist Donald Trump is saying, he started with the people of brown color, with the people of the Mexican community. He started by calling us rapists, by calling us robbers and stealers and illegal. And I'm here to tell you and give you a little bit of history of the Mexican people. We are the American Indians of the continent of America. We cannot be illegal. There is no such thing as a Mexican citizen being an illegal in the United States or in the continent of America.
This is a clear message. Anybody who has something in his mind that they can divide us. I am a black African American. I'm proud. I'm a Pakistani. I'm a Muslim. I'm American. So guys, this is wonderful to see the different faces over here.
Donald Trump thinks Muslims are terrorists, but I am a Muslim who was born in America, who is proud to be a Muslim American.
When he wants to talk about terrorism, we have to talk about that U.S. imperialism is the #1 terrorist. And we have to talk about the terrorism that happened in this country. And it's not because Muslims are here. It's not because Mexicans are here. It's because the white imperialists came here and massacred indigenous people in this country. Indigenous people all over the world have been massacred because of U.S. imperialism from Palestine, in Kurdistan, everywhere.
These words that we are hearing, and we are going to be hearing them for the next year. For as long as this political campaign rages on, it is not just Donald Trump. We're going to be hearing this for a long time. And we must know that these words, they have consequences. From professors that are suspended from their tenured positions simply for stating, I believe that Muslims and Christians and Jews, they all worship the same God. And who wears a hijab in solidarity with those who are being oppressed. From the suspension of these individuals to young children going to school every day that are bullied and bullied and bullied and are afraid to go to school because of the way that they are bullied, and the bullying doesn't stop. To young men and young women that are being preemptively prosecuted and given sentences in federal courts like the ones right here in this city for decades for aspirational offenses that even convicted murderers don't receive, like our sister Dr. Afia Siddiqui, 86 years according to the government for trying to shoot her way out of captivity, whose case is going to be heard in federal court in Camden, New Jersey on January 6th, the Fort Dix 5. 5 young men, 3 from one family, who were given life sentences.
So today, I remember the slogan, never again. And never again to some of us who survived the Nazi Holocaust means never again for anyone, not just Jews, for Muslims, for immigrants, for all oppressed people. Never again!
All of them collectively exhibit the hate. Some more loudly than others, some more publicly than others. But when you stop spending your money, then they're going to understand that Black lives matter, that Muslim lives matter, that people who work every day, their lives matter. Because this ain't just about this guy or that gal, or whether you gay or whether you something else. This is about a global construct to destroy the working class.
Trump is only a window to this fascist system. They all the same. They all the same. They just come reading to see how many people, how each one of them can kill more Muslim and more black in this country. They killing black over here, and they killing the Muslim in the Middle East, and they killing the people in Venezuela. That's the same system. Trump is the same as others, but he's really a fascist, just like CNN, just Fox News.
It is very clear what the rulers of this country, the 1%, and their spokespeople in the media are trying to do. They're trying to move this country to the right. They are building a fascist movement around Trump, and they're doing it through fear, and they're doing it through racism. Now I have a solution. If you don't want people around the world to hate this country, then it's very simple in what you do. You don't do what the candidates are telling us to do, which is more war and more troops. You do the opposite. There are 800 to 900 foreign military bases that the United States has around the world in 130 countries. 20 times more foreign bases than every other country in the world combined. End those bases. Close them down. Bring home the troops from the 130 countries.
We've heard Donald Trump criticized by everybody else in the presidential race, from Bernie Sanders on the left, what he would like you to think is the left, through Hillary Clinton to Ted Cruz on the right. And every one of these people are lying, and each of them is a hypocrite, because they've all supported the exact same policies they're criticizing in occupied Palestine.
You know, I don't know if it's politically correct to say this, but Donald Trump is a disgusting racist pig. He's the one that should be deported. He's the one that we should not let back into the country. And it's not just Trump, it's the media. They love to put him on. He's a billionaire who doesn't have to spend a nickel. It's not just Fox either. CNN, MSNBC, everybody. And all the other politicians who are using racism, targeting Muslims, immigrants, Black Lives Matter to make some political hay. When we want to tell something to Donald Trump today, you are not scaring us. You are waking us up. You are not scaring us. You are making us angry. Just keep doing what you're doing. And before you know it, there'll be hundreds of thousands of us in the street raising hell, shutting down bridges and highways and shopping malls. Donald Trump, go to hell.